you started training in pro wrestling when you were 17 years old with Johnny Rodz.
That's correct. That's correct. At Gleason's gym down in Brooklyn.
Yeah. So how did you get introduced to Johnny Rodz and into the business?
Well, it first originally started, there was a show in New York City called Good Day New York, and they did a segment in regards to pro wrestling. And that's where I really, because I wanted to be a pro wrestler, I was reaching out to the Stu Harts, all the wrestling schools throughout the world, because I didn't know Johnny there was a school in that area. So basically what it was is that when I saw it on TV, I'm like, oh my God, there's a wrestling school in New York City, in Brooklyn. So that just like set me on fire, and I took off and went to that school.
Yeah, and when you first went in there, obviously that was during a time where kayfabe was still very much alive and well. Did you have to prove yourself before going into the gym, or did you have to sort of prove yourself that you could hang with some of these guys? What was that experience like?
Well, to be honest with you, in my mind at the time, I was a young kid. I didn't really know too much about wrestling. I thought it was fake. So when I got in there, I was in the ring with Big Vito. I was in the ring with Damien Demento, known as, before Mondo Kling, but then he became Damien Demento in WWF. I was in there with Hugh Morris. It was Sweet Williams at the time. And they just beat the living crap out of me because I didn't respect it. It's an art. And I didn't respect the business, and I thought it was fake, throwing fake punches, doing all this fake stuff, and they just beat the piss out of me, and I quit. I literally was like maybe like a week I was there, and they just beat the brakes off me, and it just was like just beat up. And Vito, I didn't get along with him after that. I just hated his guts, and then I just went home crying with my tail between my legs.
And what was it that got you back into it from there? Like, it sounds like that was a pretty traumatic experience.
No, the grin on my face, the reason I'm laughing is because the person who's going to watch it is Big Vito. And when he watches this, he's going to laugh because he knows why I got back in the business. What happened was, this is like 2, maybe 3 years later, I was watching WWF, and guess who pops on TV with the big boss man? Big Vito. And Big Boss Man, boom, pins him, gives him the sidewalk slam, pins him 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, holy, he can be beat. If he could be beat, I could beat him. Went back to school, and I got in the ring, and I promised myself I would not let him make me quit. And I stuck it out. He beat me up, and we didn't get along for a long time. I hated his guts, but we're good friends now. But he could tell you tons of stories about I just wanted death on him. But we became good friends. He taught me a lot of lessons that I cherish now that I didn't value then.